is. Would you want to go ahead and hit us with the legendary return intro, Mr. Robinson?
Yeah. Welcome back to the Bro Sports Talk podcast. We are on Instagram. We are on Spotify. We're also on YouTube. I am Gordon. I'm here with my lovely co-hosts, Ethan and George. George, how we doing today?
Man, we're chilling over here. Yeah, so I just got back from the S recognition. And now I'm getting ready to spit some facts and some hatred. I'm mad, and we know what it's about, so we're gonna get to it eventually. Let's go ahead and find out how Ethan's doing over there.
Ethan, how we doing?
I'm doing good, man. Just a little upset, a little disgruntled with college football so far. Nothing to do with the game, just a few fans pissed me off, but I ain't gonna spend too much time on that.
You look like a coach.
Hey, man, do what I do.
You're a college football coach. I'm not gonna hold you. So how's everybody's week been? I know we haven't been in too much contact, but George, how's your week been going so far, buddy?
Man, this been average. You know, I be at work, but I've also had some good times with homies apart from work. Other than just simple sitting up yesterday, I felt like ass. I was in bed all day. Other than that, it's been in between chill and average. So
Okay.
it was on the up. You know what I mean? My job ain't gonna catch me getting on my knees for nothing. I stock the shelves while sitting down on the crate. Not getting down on my knees. Hell no. We don't do that.
Yeah, that's valid.
Yeah, other than that, man, just been cheap.
I see you got the tat. Let these people see your tattoo, man. This is the first episode of Face Cam. Ooh, what's that tattoo say, brother?
So it's in God I trust. I got the wrist gauntlet slash forearm gauntlet. Basically, just going ahead and put on the armor of God. It brings me through my life. So everyone always talks about how you got to show the love of God and always wear His armor. But some people do it differently. Like me, I like to show the wrath. And this is why I'm here to necessarily my judgment isn't final because I'm not God myself, but my judgment is a good hint as to what the wrath might feel like. If you feel bad, my wrath, just imagine what God wrath will feel like. But in all seriousness, it's just a reminder of whose I am and who's my father. So even when I'm constantly slipping up, he picks me back up when I fuck up and fall down.
Facts. Ethan, how's your week been going? What's been going on with you? I know you're back in school, so
Uh,
how's that been going?
Man, it's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty good when you get to sit in class and watch Undisputed, but I mean, it's the second week this week, so I mean, it's still pretty light, but we'll get to where it'll be a little bit more hectic. But it's going good right now. Work slow. I mean, I'm off all weekend for Labor Day. Yeah, my back hurts, but we get it done.
Jesus Christ. This this cat has found something, and now she's kind of all over the place. I'm gonna have to mute myself a lot because she's pretty active.
Chill that catnip.
We gave it to her. She kind of got a little too high off of it the last time, but she kind of took it
crack,
into her
yeah.
own hands and took a whole bunch of it. But
She got that catnip from Mayor in Canada.
yeah, for
Toronto
sure.
mayor from like 10 years ago. What was his name? Rob Ford, all this fat kid that ever exists.
That's funny.
They did crack had some powdered sugar cut in that shit.
Oh man. Oh, there she is. Since she wants to be on the camera so bad, I'm gonna go ahead and give her 15 seconds before
What's good, Luna? I don't know
she
if it's
attacks
camera
me.
yet, but
Ouch.
leave him
Already,
alone.
we're already
He had a
getting off to a rough start. Oh, there she is. This is Daddy's little girl. Um, so for our people who are on Spotify, I have a almost 1 year old tortoiseshell kitten. Ow. And I've had her since about November of last year. And she's she's adorable. Don't let this whatever she's doing right now fool you. She wants to play. See, her ears aren't down, so she's not aggressive. She's playing, but it's in a very aggressive way. I'm gonna need you to sit down.
I then, bro.
Ah, just hold on now. I'm gonna just go ahead and drop you off. See ya. Jesus. Um. back to our scheduled programming. Yeah, man. NBA's offseason has been pretty boring as of late. There's not really too many things going on. There's a whole bunch of memes people are talking about on social media. All these Grant Williams,
Let me set about that. Let me leave my boy Grant alone.
all these
I
Grant Williams wearing number 30 in high school, and Steph Curry is so much of BS. Uh, so I'm not really too big of a fan on how slow things have been. Kevin Durant has been rumored to be on the move for about a month and a half. Nothing's happened. So now he's back in Brooklyn. Front office won that war, but Donovan Mitchell recently got traded to the Cavaliers for Lowry Markkanen, Colin Sexton, Ochai Agbaji, who just got drafted recently, and a slew of first round and second round picks. And recently, Colin Sexton just signed a 72 mil contract extension with the Jazz. So they're probably going to be building around him and Taylor Horton Tucker as they rebuild the franchise. Ethan, I want to get your thoughts on Donovan Mitchell, where you think he should have gone, where you wish he could have gone, or if you think the Cavaliers are now a contender because of it.
As far as Donovan Mitchell, I mean, there wasn't really a place that I seen that I would have wanted him to go. I think he should have just stayed, but I don't think he really helped out the Cavs. Really, I don't think they're. I think they're still like a pretender if we're talking about it. Like if they're not, there would be like a 8, 9, or 10 like play in type team to me. But that's just me.
Yeah, I think the two small guard rotation may be a little on the rough end as far as defensively, and they probably may get attacked on defense just based on Darius Garland not being the best defender, as well as Donovan Mitchell kind of not wanting to play defense as much, especially in the postseason. But George, I want to get your thoughts as well. What do you think of Donovan Mitchell where he is now?
It's actually why I'm bipolar, man. Because I still refuse to see this bullshit. It's it's ridiculous. I'm going to take it off since it's already official, right? It's happened. But we it aggravates me because it's like the Utah Jazz looking at Donovan Mitchell and saying, "We don't care about Washington." It was very clear he wanted to go to New York. New York offered basically the youth. They put up R.J. Barrett, Obi Toppin, Mitch Robinson, and first round picks on the line. At one point, had Usman Jang conversation. And you denied all that. And then, yeah, you get back Sexton, you get back Marketer, you get back Akbashi. But I think in the end, New York had the better offer. I think that was them just saying we want to screw with you while we make this trade. I think it was a very petty thing to do. As far as where I wanted him to go, I'd have thought he would have been in Miami. I like the idea of them getting like a Duncan Robinson or a Tyler Hero back from Donovan. But yeah, Cleveland just. I agree with Ethan on the fact that they're still contenders, man. They are they're continuously going to build around their own pieces because as of now they have like I think a very rare versatile big in Evan Mobley that they're going to try to keep using as like a secondary, maybe even tertiary piece. And I think Evan Mobley has the skill to be a primary focus. Obviously, that's not going to win you a championship next season, but give it 3, 4 years, and you're in the conversation if you treat Evan Mobley right and build around him the right way.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I think me personally, outside of the argument of the two small guards issue, I think it would have been good for him to go to New York, just because of all the connections that he has there, and being closer to family. I know on social media he's a pretty big family person. I see a lot of pictures of his dad, him and his sister, and all of that other fun things they like to do. And if I was a person to where I had the option to go where my dad lives and work in the same like sort of space, I would have taken that opportunity. The Knicks fumbled the bag, essentially, in my opinion. They could have gotten Donovan Mitchell, but they extended RJ Barrett's contract, so it didn't really leave them any room to sign Don Mitch, or at least give him the money that they feel like he deserved, and as well as their offer. Just I don't think it kind of moved the needle for New York. I'm sorry, the Jazz. So with that being said, I mean it is what it is. Most of the time, we always get those predictions wrong. We have a whole episode on Donovan Mitchell being traded to the Knicks. W plug, by the way. Go on Spotify and check that one out. It is called Donovan Mitchell to the Knicks question mark. And we talk a little bit about free
I watch
agency as
BP
well
Walk the Sale.
as yeah. But I mean that's what being in sports media is all about. We have predictions
Yeah,
and it's fun
Skip
to
Bayless talking about.
explore. Yeah, exactly. It's fun to explore different options, but we're never gonna get it right 9 times out of 10. It's always gonna be a team that you least expect. And I
Yeah, so I don't
think
think anybody got this right. I don't think Cavs fans thought he was going to Cleveland.
no. But I think back to the Cavs, I think with their history of trying to move out of the LeBron Cavs era onto building an identity for themselves, I think Donovan Mitchell is a good start to building an identity because they were in the play-in last year. But with Don, I feel like they can get at least into the first round, or depending on how healthy the East is this year, I'd love to see them in the first round of the playoffs.
I feel like they just have to do more as far as building a defensive team. Like you
Hmm.
mentioned, the defensive liability of DG and Spida, and Cleveland is so focused on having all their defense on the inside. Because yeah, they have Jared Allen, yeah, they have it Mobley, but who's they're, they're not very perimeter defensive players. They can if it's a must happen, but 7, 8 times out of 10, whoever they're guarding on the perimeter is going to beat them. And
Yeah.
if they're on the perimeter, that either they're going to get beat or that means there's a mismatch in the post. So you need to figure out something to give them help so that they don't have to correct the outside as much and they can focus on what they're doing defensively. But it also gives them room to do the ball threats like they can be on offense when they're not overexerting themselves, which is between perimeter and post. And
Yeah.
so I think they
Exactly.
need at least another perimeter defender, even if that's getting a small forward out there or better developing Isaac Okoro.
Yeah, I was just about to say Isaac Okoro is gonna have to take a big step defensively if he's gonna cover as much ground on
Yeah,
the perimeter, or they're gonna have to run some sort of funnel the offensive player into the paint to try to protect
yeah,
their defensive identity. Because, like you said, with Evan Mobley as a great defensive player already, and Jared Allen as a good rim protector, they may just have to funnel that those perimeter players into the paint every time, limit perimeter shots, and kind of create sort of advantage for them defensively.
yeah.
Ethan, so in a situation of the starting rotation, if you had to pick the starting five, who we all know it's going to be Don Mitch and DG at the 1 and 2, and Evan and Jared at the 4 and 5. Who would you place in that third and the small forward position with their defensive? If you would you go more defensive with, I believe, Isaac Okoro? Would you put Karis LeVert for more of a shot creating, ball handling advantage, or do they still have Jetty Osman?
I think they
Could
used
we?
to have Chetty Osman.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to be torn between Chetty and Isaac because I think Karis
Mm-hmm.
LeVert would be a great bench spark plug.
Yeah, he's still there. Yeah.
Yeah, he is. So with his defensive identity as well as his size being at 6'7", Out of those three players, who would you put into the starting rotation at that third spot?
That's a good question. I'd probably go Osman. I feel like he's got enough offense to work around with Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland, and then he's got enough defense to where he's kind of like an in between for Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. But so he's a good mesh player, and then like you said, Isaac Okoro could develop a little bit better, and then he could gradually they can switch in and out to help each other.
Yeah, for me, it's quite the toss up, man. You, you want to go youth sometimes, and Isaac Pearl can give you that youthful burst, but yeah, at the same time, you need perimeter defense out there. Chetty Osman is the best two-way player to have that day right now.
Yeah,
That's what they have
I
to go
agree.
with right now.
I agree. I think he's a good mix of offense and defense, and the shot creating aspect that Karras would give you, but also the
And he's a
defense.
sneaky playmaker as well.
Yeah, he was supposed to be the Turkish LeBron when they were all on the same team and he was coming up. They were like, "Oh yeah, he's about to be the next LeBron James." But everybody has their next LeBron or next Jordan or next Kobe, which is ridiculous. Me personally,
Let somebody be themselves.
yeah, it's hard to create an individual identity if you are. Let me just make sure this cat's not okay. If you are trying to build your own identity, it's kind of hard when you're just constantly compared to another player, because then it takes away from people trying to see you as much as they try to see the player that you're compared to within yourself. So I think those player comparisons can be good for the draft as far as looking for prospects, but I think identifying people as individuals is a little more important when it comes to the actual their actual career trajectory. What is that? Let's understand. Let's help the people watching on YouTube understand what you have wielded in your hand, Jordan. What is that?
It's a replica Lord of the Rings sword. It's also my preferred ninja weapon for carrying out my missions. I have taken down several nations undercover with this. I know it's hard to believe that my fat ass managed to sneak into anywhere, but it happens on a routine basis. And I make it back to America in time to do stuff like this and work my night shift job. Because I have certain my things. I'm the hefty hooper, you know what I'm saying? I'm an S-class shinobi. I'm basically a Hokage for real. And I exercise curses in my spare time. And I'm a mage. I run a point guard in anime movies. And we're back here doing it all. Do the stuff. I fought off for one yesterday with this sword. That's why I stained a little bit. But that's the explanation.
Speaking of explanation, I don't think a lot of our viewers, new followers, sorry, not even followers, supporters, don't really know who we are. And this is our first episode with Facecam, so hey, how's it going? So I'd like to talk a little bit about who we are as people. My name is Gordon. You can also call me Edward, but that's my dad's name, so that's a little bit confusing. I like sports. This is harder than I thought, isn't it? What is that? Is that the other end of it?
Oh yeah, this is the handle.
That looks like a corn. All right. I Ethan, tell the people about yourself, bro. You're driving me crazy right now.
What's up, y'all? I'm Ethan. Us collectively as three people, we all have a shared interest in sports. But yeah, I played baseball growing up. I liked it. I was a Boston Red Sox fan. And then high school got around, I was a football guy. And then kind of after I graduated, started playing basketball with friends and whatnot, just have something to do. Yeah. I have three siblings, two step siblings. I mean, I don't even know what else to say. That
Um, I played soccer growing up for a good, I think about majority of my life, about 15, 16 years. Um, I played a little bit in college. Um, I like to travel. I like to find new places to find good food. I'm a very picky eater though. So sometimes that kind of contradicts itself when I go in places where I can't find pizza or a specific. Yeah, I just didn't want to say it like that. Yeah. I have a cat. Uh, I have a baby on the way. I have like I have a lot of sisters. I have a couple stepsisters. And I have about four sisters. One of them just had a baby recently as well. Um, my dad is probably a big reason why I got into sports in the first place, but everyone has their reasons. And I like being around people in my own private space. So George, outside of your shinobi work and your incredible travel history with saving women and men of different occupation, do you get? Oh, you're doing the alpha hands? Is that what we're doing? Get your alpha hands up. Get your alpha hands up. There we go. Ethan, get him go a little higher. There we
Yeah.
go. We're supposed to talk within an eye. There we go. George, what makes George George?
Man, in all honesty, I just be a goon. I got parents like everybody else, but I'm starting to think I was a test tube baby. Uh, I mean, I was basketball growing up, would have been a league MVP by now. But yeah, got hit back with several painful injuries. Uh, you know, as like I said, as of today, I'm just a healthy hooper. But I got, I live in a house with my aforementioned parents, and then three three little sisters that I will defend my life. I dare any of y'all try to touch them, or that sword I saw earlier will be stained in your blood. Uh, got a little brother who probably would shoot you before I got a chance to defend him. So y'all good. And yeah, his girlfriend to me, I don't give a damn. Yeah, and I guess what makes me me is just I have a weird mix of different, uh, just loves for everything. My main thing is, and I love music. Uh, very more recently in my life, got into anime, and obviously, like it's taking it on. Yeah, yeah, you know what time it is. And then, yeah, I'm also a big like fight sports fan. I'm into boxing and UFC, so I'll probably be the dude that talks about that most of all. And most things I love in this world, y'all. As long as y'all support this,
No,
we
that's
love it.
crazy.
Plug it in. Hit the notification bell.
Hit that bill, man.
Help us retire. Get us that Manscaped. Get us that Manscaped sponsorship. We want to be the ones on the perfect package 5.0.
We want to be global. Being local is cool, but being global hits different, especially
Yeah,
when
that's
you're
what I
alpha.
was gonna say. Hey, yeah, Andrew
Now,
Tate ain't got shit on me.
I want to get into a brief, real brief, because it's Andrew Tate conversation about the alpha community. We're gonna call this portion of the segment the alpha talk. So, in short, for those who don't know, Andrew Tate has been
It's a dumbass.
deplatformed. Okay, Andrew Tate. Yo, come on, dog. Andrew Tate has been deplatformed, and a lot of people have taken that as a way to discriminate as far as freedom of speech. And in reality, as much as we may disagree with what Andrew Tate says, a lot of things are being clipped out of context, and he's not the one even posting them. He has a plethora of followers and supporters, who posts his content, whether it be small clips that they put on TikTok, whether it be those YouTube shorts that you often see when you're just scrolling, and Instagram. So, yes, I do disagree with a lot of what Andrew Tate does and says, but that again is what he believes in. Now, are we the individuals to say that freedom of speech is a bad thing when it comes to what we don't want to hear? Or should there just be people who search for those type of people as opposed to just canceling them altogether?
See, I think freedom of speech can never be a real bad thing. What comes bad out of it is what people do with it. The way you use it as a chance to hate or belittle certain people. I mean, because I'll go as far as to say that for the most part, Andrew Tate had a message of instilling confidence in men, which I think is okay. But the way he went about it, you can instill confidence in someone without belittling someone else. And I think just the way he went about trying to instill confidence in men by addressing them as higher than women is is wrong. Would I ever let one of these Andrew Tate top G mindset dudes have a chance with my sister? No, and catch a sword through the chest. But as far as like the whole using free speech, you know, free speech, like I said, can't be a bad thing. Like you don't want to be censored and held back from expressing your true emotion and your true beliefs. Right? But when it comes down to it, when you're using your chance and your platform for free speech to target and belittle and try to suppress the voice and opinions and rights of other people, that's when it becomes a clouded gray area that people can take advantage of. When people like Andrew Tate exist and they go about it the way they do, it's what gives the government the bright idea that we could take this guy and they're going to still like the teacher's bad. They're slowly taking away from everyone, even though this guy. Because like now Andrew Tate's the platform. How long is it before the next person comes out with a worse message or a message just as bad, not as bad, that they're going to flip to say freedom of speech is a bad thing, and before you know it, it becomes a bad thing for lesser and lesser offenses till it just becomes something that no one has the right to.
Hmm. Yeah. I don't have a lot to say about it. I mean, yeah, no. I'm good.
So what you got is what you got, man. Me personally, I agree with a lot. I agree a lot with what George says as far as him as a person. Um, I'm not into bashing people for what they believe in. Everybody believes different things, but I do recognize that there's an avenue for that type of thing. And just because you got rid of one person on a platform doesn't mean another person isn't right behind them. Those influences kind of create because it's not the person, it's the message.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can
Basically, what I was trying
deplatform
to
him.
say,
Yeah.
my fault. But yeah, basically, what I
No,
was trying to say
go
is
go
Andrew
ahead.
Tate isn't the first of his kind. He won't be the last of his kind.
Exactly. So yeah, you can say, all right, he's gone, pack him up, but there's already people like Shniko out there. There's already other people. So that that identity and that persona, um, I think a lot of it is kind of a character that people play. But we got some NBA alphas, right? Who do you feel are some NBA alphas or sports alpha in general? Now that we're back on our alpha mindset, let's get back into position. We're back on our alpha bullshit. So, thank you, Ethan. Thank you, George. Who is an NBA alpha, for example?
Tyler Hero.
Absolutely. Oh man, Ethan doesn't look like he agrees. Alpha Ethan, who do you think is an alpha in the
Yeah,
NBA from your perspective?
hey, Giannis Antetokounmpo, bro. That's it. Only answer. Everybody else is a bit.
Nicole,
Homegrown.
Nikola
Everybody else is a
Jokic.
bit.
Jokic, Giannis, both alphas.
Ooh.
Joel Embiid.
I didn't think about Nikola Jokic. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yep.
Man,
Do y'all hear a dog in the background?
Might be lucky. Yeah.
No, I think it's a dog on the outside of where I live.
Never mind.
Gosh. It's like every time I try to record, here comes loud noises in the background.
That dog is trying to hold us back.
I'm saying it's not alpha. It's really not alpha of that dog to try to hold us back.
So
I'm not gonna lie.
Recorded, I'm gonna have to travel already.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not against delivering his body to a Chinese restaurant.
I think Kyrie Irving in a sense is alpha as well. He made the decision to go to Brooklyn. Kyrie said, "Kevin, we're going to Brooklyn," because KD wanted to go to New York to the Knicks, but Kyrie was like, "Nah, dog, Brooklyn."
The Jersey's is black, bro. We gotta go to Brooklyn.
I'm from Jersey, Brooklyn, Jersey. Short train ride. We're going to Brooklyn, and KD said, "Okay." So now they're gone. Alpha. That's real alpha energy. He don't play. And no one tells him he has to play either. He don't even listen. But he don't even clock in. Sometimes he just don't go to work. That's real alpha energy, dog.
They told that man
Listen.
if he don't get the vaccine, he can't play. He said, bet.
Exactly. He won at the end of the day. I'm trolling, by the way. Don't think we're serious. We don't believe in the alpha mindset. This is definitely just us trolling on the pod. I missed you guys a little bit.
NFL alphas, man. I'm gonna start it off with an
Go ahead.
obvious one. Aaron Donald.
Ooh.
There's not a combination of 12 men alive that can take that man down.
Man,
you said it.
Catching a lot of heat.
That's real alpha right there. You know who else is real alpha? That guy with the dreads on that podcast that called that NBA NFL player pretty. What was his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. He used to say he used to pee down his leg. Yeah, he used to pee down his leg in the middle of the game.
I don't know the dude's name.
Come on, y'all my football guys. What's his name, dog?
I don't remember off the top.
He's light skinned, got dreads. I'm gonna look him up right now. Y'all failing me right now.
Joe Shiesty.
Yep.
That's Alpha Dog.
We got an episode on Joe Shiesty as well. The last one's
Jack
up.
Harlow of the NFL right there.
Last one was up recently.
Dogs, Jack Harlow. He's the alpha of that, man.
Nah, y'all are trolling at this point, right?
Hell yeah.
Hold on,
Yep.
I ain't seen none of that. That's crazy.
Channing Crowder, dog.
Who?
Him. That's real alpha energy right there. Look at him.
He just radiates it. See his forehead?
He just radiates alpha energy. And the man he called pretty is alpha as well. Denzel Ward, alpha.
Hot take. Denzel. No, I'm fine.
All right, we got some alphas out. Let's get some betas, dog. Who are the betas in the NBA? Let's start with NBA.
LeBron.
Kevin Durant. Let's go ahead and get started. No way.
LeBeta James.
No way. Hot take already? We're doing a hot take already?
Go ahead.
LeBeta James.
Yeah, let's hear your hot take, Ed. Let's go.
Me?
Yeah, your hot take.
I have one?
Yeah. You probably got one.
I do. I've been keeping this in the back of my hoodie for a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Donovan Mitchell's a beta, dog.
Nah, you know what? I'm on that too.
I'm not gonna lie.
Smoking that Spida pack now.
Spida pack is hot.
That's pretty hot.
How'd you go to Utah trade?
It's hot right now.
No, damn well you don't want to go there. No, damn well you don't want to be the place. Again, the Al Qaeda could fly over and be like, nah, they bad enough. And Cleveland is in such bad shape that they're somehow safe from a terrorist strike, and you let them trade you there? But that's crazy.
So you think he's gonna go to New York? You think he's gonna opt out of his contract when it comes up?
Hell yeah.
Depends on.
And then he's gonna go to New York.
He's gonna go to New York, or he's gonna go to whoever throw the bag at him. But that'll probably be New York by then.
Oh yeah, New York's always gonna be a terrible franchise until they get a star. I'm not gonna lie. Julius Randle didn't move the needle for me. Never did. Obi Toppin, he got a lot of energy, but like he not playing the right. They're not putting him in the right
He a
spots.
dunker.
Cam Reddish gonna leave too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He dunks, but like, is that it? Can he do things off the dribble? He led his team in scoring in college too, just for him to only
I'm
be like
saying.
a
And he was a good shooter in college.
man. I had him going high in my redraft, bro. That's tough. That's real tough.
No.
I don't even remember where I had him. I think I had him like top 5, top 6.
More NBA
'Cause
betas, man. Russell
yeah,
Westbrook.
Westbrook's a beta. I thought Westbrook was
You
an
just
alpha.
no, quit it. I
Nah.
know
You
you
th-
didn't say that. No,
Coming
Wait,
from the
who? Me or
Powerpuff
him?
Girls.
Ah, you didn't drop Ethan out the
Nah,
group,
call it
man.
back.
That's
Call it back, babe.
crazy.
I mean the
Nah,
troll, not the call.
he can
sorry,
join.
sorry, y'all, man. I just had to get a breather right there. That was a little bit blasphemous to me, honestly. Straight
What?
blasphemy.
Westbrook is a beta?
Yeah, you could have went with the obvious like the Morris twins. You could have said something like that. But you had to go hit my
Oh,
man Russell Westbrook.
absolutely.
Had to go hit my
Oh
man
Absolutely.
yeah.
Russell Westbrook.
Especially the Morris, whichever Morris twin was playing the night that Nikola Jokic got pushed.
You know what? There's
I
really
can't
only
tell.
one. I've never seen him
I,
play.
I really
Uh-oh.
believe that they just swap
Hot take?
games all the
Hold on, hold
time.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hot take? Ethan, you got a hot take? Repeat that for
Yes.
us.
I think there's only one Morris twin. There's not.
He's
There,
making 2 contracts.
yeah.
So like when they in a picture together, is that just him photoshopping himself into the same
Nah,
picture?
that's him next to a mirror.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, he's always in
Nah,
a house of mirrors.
I have a
Oh,
different
yeah,
theory
yeah.
on it. Not that they're the same person. That
You
there is 2 of them, but they be swapping games all the time.
you can't tell me that both of them got the same tattoos, the same haircut, the same facial hair.
The
Like, come on,
same baby. No.
the same. Yeah. Yeah.
Same baby is crazy.
Yeah.
No, that's nuts.
Nah,
Um,
they're the
yeah.
beta twins now.
No, you said Russell's a beta. How's Russell Westbrook a beta?
Yeah. Let me hear it.
I don't know, man. Just let the Lakers dog you like that.
That's
And,
true.
and then they went and traded for Patrick Beverly after the fact.
Yeah, they did get Pat
They went,
Bev. So what's that supposed to mean what's that supposed to mean? I think Pat Bev's supposed to play shooting guard though.
Shooting guard, bro, can't
huh?
shoot.
Yeah, he was decent from catching 3
He
last
looked like
season.
he ain't shot nothing right since Chicago.
But listen. Pat Bev on catch and shoot threes had I think the season average. I think like the overall average. It wasn't that bad. He had a league average from 3 on catch and shoots in Minnesota. Y'all saw him celebrate. I'm gonna listen. That celebration is gonna be what I'm gonna say that Minnesota won the championship. Like Ethan said, I'm gonna take that from Ethan. Ethan said,
You talking about we're hopped up on the scores table?
"Yeah, yeah, 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 yeah."
Yeah,
Yeah, they
man.
want to
And they
play
had
it with crazy.
man had a whole 40-ounce Bud Light at the press conference too.
Yeah. And
Oh yeah.
the NBA is really letting one of the hyenas from Lion King run wild like this.
I've accidentally put Minnesota Timberwolves pay Bev because they should pay Bev on the Lakers, dog. I think he fits right in to what they're looking for.
Yeah, because none of them can score besides LeBron.
Violence?
A healthy Anthony Davis is probably top 10, but Anthony Davis ain't been healthy since
No,
the
dear.
bubble
Anthony
year.
Davis, if the eraser breaks off of Anthony Davis' pencil, he's out for 6 weeks.
Oh my gosh. All right. Speaking of players, I've always been wanting to like know from y'all if y'all had like y'all favorite players in a top like in a starting 5, who would those players be? If y'all don't know yet, I could start because I've been thinking
I
about
have a
this for like
vague
a month.
idea, but I'm interested in yours. I want to hear. I
You,
want to
you
hear
want to
what
hear
you got.
mine?
Yeah,
Okay. Get my pen and paper.
like are we going current?
Just any era of basketball. Really, it doesn't really make a difference to me. So for my point guards, I know y'all should know this, bro. I talk about this all the time off the pod. Trey Young,
Yeah, I
easy,
figured that.
easy.
It was either him or Drew Holiday.
Just because he looked like me don't mean I'm gonna use him. You feel me? But guess what? I got Drew Holiday at the two
Word.
because he did play two. Actually, shoot, I'm gonna get like five and then two bench players because I got some honorable bench.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got Jaylen Brown at the three. That's my twin. That's my son actually. I love you, Jaylen. Uh, somebody giggling? Something funny, dog? Because we can talk about it off the pod if we really gotta get into it. 'Cause it can get wicked. That's all I'm saying.
Nah, bro, I
So
just thought I heard you go up kissing Jaylen Brown. But
nah, I ain't blowing no kiss, dog. You're trolling. You're trolling. Um, so for my power forward, I'm gonna go Giannis. I've grown to enjoy watching players' stories, and ever since like 2013, I was like, yeah, he about to be a scrub. 2015, I was like, oh, okay,
this
okay,
man kind of
MVP year.
different.
Yeah, he kind of grew on me for real, cause I'm like, yeah, Giannis is cool, but like Giannis is cool, you know what I'm saying? So I got him at the four, and for the five, mm, I okay, I'm gonna do Joel. Embiid at the five. Yeah, these are my top five. These are my favorite five players. My six man. I'm gonna do six and seven. My six man, Anthony Davis. I love
Yeah,
me some
still gonna be
AD.
playing.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's why he's off the bench. You feel me? And my seventh player. This one. I don't think anybody expects this one. My seventh player is Lonzo Ball.
Word.
Yeah, Crickets is crazy, but Lonzo Ball
No,
is
I
like
like that. I like that.
I love me some Lonzo Ball, bro. I love me some ball.
Oh no, I heard the S. I heard the S.
Nah, I was caught. Nah, I had to clear my throat. Now I have a gap, right? So like sometimes air goes through it when I'm trying to like say something, so I don't
It
talk
sounds
much
like
in
one of the
public.
vets in the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, facts.
All right,
Don't
man.
try me like that. All right, George, you want
All
to do your
right,
five
so
or Ethan? You want to do your five?
George can go ahead. He look like he
All
ready.
right, bet. He
all right,
is ready.
man. I got people ain't gonna like my point guard, man. But gotta go with Mike Conley. He's been one of my favorite point guards forever. I'm, I feel like he's been snubbed for All Star multiple times. They've been sleeping on his skill set for years. I think he's a really good system point guard who can take over when necessary. At my two guard, I'm a Celtics fan. Y'all saw this coming, but it's Jaylen Brown. I love again. That's another player. I love Jaylen Brown. Like we said before, that's Ed's son, and you know, we love we love some Jaylen Brown. Like my three, it's probably another weird one, but I go for system, and some people argue that he's a two, but I'm going Paul George.
PG is nice. I didn't even think of
I'm,
PG. That's
I'm,
crazy.
I'm going Paul George. Great mix of size, handle, good shooting stroke, great defense. You know, and then I feel like it's going to be a unanimous four with Giannis. And Jesus, man, what else can you say? Giannis.
Exactly.
My five seems kind of weird, but Miles playing. No, I'm playing. Nikola Jokic. And gotta go with Nikola Jokic. I mean, my honorable mentions. Because we're going favorite players. And Scary Terry is gonna have to come off the bench for me. I would,
Ooh.
somebody who I think could be. He was electric off the bench in Boston, so I want him to be electric off the bench now. So, and then who do I want to be my seventh? I don't want to mess up here. Um, hmm, I probably have to go with. I love Jared Allen. I know we've been slandering the Cavs for. Well, I've been slandering the Cavs, but Jared Allen is going to have to be my 7 just for that dominating paint defense coming off the bench. While the starters resting, ain't nobody scoring.
Hmm. Yeah. So y'all sticking with current players, correct? Y'all just did current.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. All right. We're gonna go Russell Westbrook at the 1. All right. All right. Like that. 2. I don't really have a favorite 2 guard. I don't. I'm just gonna go Pat Bev just for trolls. All right. Just because straight menace.
He's going to be the straight.
Man. I don't have a favorite 3. I don't. I'm gonna go ahead and say KD. And then my 4, just because he's still in the league, is literally Sergi Ibaka. All right, Sergi Ibaka at my 4.
He just dropped a new song, by the way.
Did he?
Yep.
And then my 5 is gonna be Steven Adams.
Ugh.
And then I mean 6 and 7 don't even matter just because that team's going to the ship. All right, don't matter. So yes, it's
Notice how
basically.
nobody picked LeBeta James. It's crazy.
I would like to just reiterate that my team, yes, is basically the 2015-2016 Thunder. Sorry, but it's just how it is.
It's crazy how none of us put in the greatest of all time. Opera and Shingun, man. That really should have been my 7, but I already made my picks.
I mean, Şengün is cool. I think the Rockets got a really good pick in him, but I don't know if he'd be like. I don't know what's his projection. Do you think he's gonna be like Domantas Sabonis, or he's gonna be like our Vetus maybe, or even a little bit better than either one of them?
I think he's going to be like a top 5 center very soon. He's shown playmaking ability. He's shown flash of handles. Uh, I let's see if I were to give him a comparison. It's really hard because there aren't many centers like him. But you don't want to go Jokic because I don't think he's on that level. I think he could be. I just don't think he's there yet. But man, I really can't think of a comparison for him. He's just so unique a man. He's such a great like. He could fit on any team. I love that about him. He just watch any video of Alperen Şengün highlights. That's the only center. Well, I won't say the only. That's one of the only centers you'll have a mixture of, you know, sloppy, goofy self lobs to how the hell did he cross like that? Man, I can't wait to see what he becomes. I think he was a better pick than Jalen Green was, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, Jalen Green's kind of a project right now. Even with his scoring averages going up, he got to do more offensively to kind of justify going how high he did. He went number 2? Yeah. For the people watching on YouTube, put in your best starting 5, of your favorite players, and see which we'll see which ones look the best in the comments. Thank you all so much for listening to us. It's good to be back. I missed y'all boys, so it's good to be back on with my brothers. Anybody have any closing thoughts, especially with the Donovan Mitchell trade happening? Do we have any projection?
I say 39 wins.
39 wins.
I say they crack 40. I'm gonna give them
40.
like +2, like 42 or something like that.
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
think they do just enough to get 10.
I think they'll hit
That's what I'm saying.
45 wins this year.
Like I think they'll hover around 500, like a 2 or 3
Yeah.
games low or above. But that's me. Like I said, playing team at most.
Yeah. Playing team
I
at
think
most.
39 is enough to get playing. It's only 2 games under 500. And I really think that's as high as they go without defense on the perimeter.
It just
Yeah.
depends on what everybody else does. I mean,
You got
Since
to
the
think about
Magic
some of the
decided to play
backcourts they're
actual
facing off
basketball.
against. Yeah, I just thought about it in terms of like backcourts they'll be facing off against. They're going to be going up against a DeJounte Murray, Trae Young backcourt. The Celtics, I don't even got to mention it.
I'm not gonna show that. That's irrelevant.
Yeah,
But I think the Cavs got an interesting pick. We again, thank you all for tuning in. Follow us on Instagram at Bro Sports Talk. Our wonderful social media coordinator has been taking great care of our content, making sure it gets out on time, and they're very interactive. So make sure you go on our Instagram and let's communicate. Thank you for watching. If you're on YouTube, we're on Spotify as well. All at Bro Sports Talk Podcast. Leave us a 5-star review on Spotify, as well as a like on YouTube for the algorithm, and comment, subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell just so you can't miss another upload. We have notification bells as well on Spotify. And tune into our Instagram again because we also post short reels on there, episode previews, and updates on what we have going on with the podcast. So we thank you all for watching. It's Friday, 12:18 at the time of this recording. We'll see you all next time. Thank you.